guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kate. I am a resin artist and a small business owner, and today we're going to be doing a resin tutorial on how to make teacher coasters. I don't know if you guys have seen my teacher coasters online already. A few of my videos have gone viral, but if you haven't, this is what they look like. So for today's tutorial, there's a couple things you will need. First of all, resin, and there's so many brands out there of resin. I've tried out quite a few, but my favorite currently that I'm loving is Let's Resin. This is the brand that I'm using currently. It's Let's Resin brand. It's 2-part resin. So I'll have everything linked down below, all of my supplies that I use. If you want to try out their brand, go ahead. Next item, I will say most important item, is a respirator, because if you guys are barely trying to learn what resin is, I will say it's very toxic and you don't want to inhale the fumes. Some resins you can actually like smell the toxicity. Others, like this one, I will say you can't really smell it, but trust me, you need to have this on. You need to be in a ventilated space. I also have an air purifier going on. I have, what is that, a dehumidifier going on. Like, I have everything circulating, window open. Please use a respirator. And onto another thing, please use gloves. Please use gloves. Don't let resin touch your skin. I beg, do not let it touch your skin. First of all, it's very sticky, very gross, and it's really hard to take off. And second of all, it can also cause things further along, like you can get rashes, skin conditions, stuff that we do not want. You will need some cups. These measuring cups come with my Let's Resin. They have like this bundle that comes with some gloves, some measuring cups. I'll have those linked down below because I think it's like the perfect beginner starter kit. But if you do not have cups, plastic cups with the measurements on them, you will need, what is this called? Oh no, okay, you'll need a scale. Mine is gross. As you can see, it's full of resin, like dried resin, because I use it all the time. I should probably buy a new one, but I'll have this link down below too. And then of course you need your silicone molds. This is one mold that I cut. I cut in half for more space, but I will have this linked on my Amazon storefront also. I'm only gonna use one right now. If you guys have any questions for me, anything that I didn't mention, my brain is all scattered right now. But if there's anything you want to know, any other tutorials or any other videos that you guys want to see from me, please feel free to comment down below. All right, let's get resin ready. So my plastic cup, its measurements are in ounces. So I'm going to be doing 4 ounces of part A and then 4 ounces of part B, so I can get 8 ounces of resin total for my project. And then here I am mixing my resin. I use popsicle sticks just because I feel like they're more convenient and there's different sizes. But you do want to mix your resin for 3 to 5 minutes to make sure that it's completely mixed. And it should start looking like this once you've mixed it completely. I do like to let my resin sit for 5 to 8 minutes so that all the bubbles come to the top and they pop by themselves. In the meantime, I'm going to clean my molds. These are probably dusty, so I like to use some tape and then just gather up all the dust with that, and that's how I clean them. Okay, my 5 minutes have passed and the resin's looking a lot clearer. Now it's time to pour your resin. You only want to do like a thin little layer of resin for the first layer. And there's going to be some remaining bubbles in there. Don't worry, because you'll have a heat gun and the heat gun's going to kill all the bubbles that there are. I'm using the Wagner brand heat gun. I also have it linked down on my Amazon storefront. Okay, and now it's time for the fun part. You have your crayons, your push pins, your erasers, pencil sharpeners, paper clips. Honestly, whatever you see that screams teacher's classroom, that's what we're using. I'm making a red clear coaster, a blue clear coaster, and one of my colorful alcohol ink coasters, which is the one on the right. Those are the 3 orders I have right now. Now I let these sit for about 40 minutes so that the resin is sticky instead of runny, and then I'll start adding in my color pencil shavings. I like to wait around 5 to 6 hours in between until I can do my second layer of resin. So I'll do my first pour in the morning and my second pour at night. And then for the alcohol ink coaster, we start off with our alcohol inks. For this one, I do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, you know, like a rainbow kind of. And then I wait a couple minutes, around 10-15 minutes until I do the white. To get my really white color, I use Alumilite's white resin pigment, and then I just do a spiral on top of the alcohol ink resin. And this blends together really, really beautifully. Now it's time for the demold 24 hours later. Now it's time to sand off the sharp edges of my coaster, and for this I use this deburring tool. I found it off Amazon and it just scrapes it off beautifully. Now I use a cameo silhouette to cut out my names, but if you have a Cricut, it works the same. For this coaster, they asked for the name in silver, so we're adding it to our coaster. Now I'm using resin tape from Let's Resin, and I'm just putting it along the border sides of each coaster so I can top coat it. This just protects the sides of your coaster from any resin drips. And I mix another batch of resin, and then I just go ahead and top coat it. I spread the top coat out evenly with a popsicle stick, making sure that every part of the top is covered. Now after 24 hours, it is time to detape our coaster. And this is how our coasters turned out. They're so beautiful, so glossy, and I hope you guys loved this tutorial. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to comment down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Love you.